What's up? This is Mike from the band Noose, and you are watching CMS TV.
On your classic metal show with Feel, that one going out by request to Four-Heady Trunk. He's been on a big star kick lately. Just before that, we heard some Uriah Heep in there with Look at Yourself for Jackal. Red Zone Rider in there featuring Kelly Keeling with The Hand That Feeds You. That for T. Cuz Bruh. Supa Group. Remember Supa Group, Chris? We interviewed them guys like a long time
ago. That was like 20 plus ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, Supa Group.
Yeah.
With Sexy Summertime for Micro Goat. And kicking off that block there with A Cult from the Sonic Temple release with Sweet Soul Sister for Mark Russell.
There you go.
Did it give you enough time to do what you had to do over there?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just lost track of where we were. That's all. That's why I was texting you, as I just lost track. I didn't know where we were.
I did not get your text until I was just about ready to get back in here because I was busy shitting on the floor. Just to get to the spirit of things.
Right on. There you go. Yeah. Take a good whip. A good smell of feces to make the show better.
Yeah, nothing like a good whiff of duty.
That's right.
Duty.
That's funny.
Yeah. All right. Well, we are rolling along here at a very, very quick clip. Just like everything in our life, it's going extremely fast.
That's right.
I looked up at the clock. I was just like, holy shit, it's almost 12:15 my time.
We're almost done.
I know. Look at that. So, anyway, you got any more stuff?
Oh, I have tons of stuff. I have so many stories. Let me delete the Anthrax story off of my list. I actually keep lists here these days.
Yeah, well, my list is emails to myself. I email junk to myself through the week, and that's how I keep track of stuff. And then, of course, our fans periodically, like Brian Bauman, he sends us in stories. A lot of our other fans send in stories. Who else sent me stories this week? Four-Heady Trunk sent me stories this week.
Okay.
So, I've got stories too. I just didn't know if you had more interesting stuff than what I have.
No, I don't know if it's more interesting or not, but it is of interest, I guess.
Because Four-Heady Trunk did send in the one of the guy cutting his dick off.
There you go. I figured that would be in there. Look, I'm gonna shut this down right now. There will be no bonus time.
For what reason?
There's no reason to do bonus time.
Well, I mean, why is that even a subject?
Because it's in the chat by 2 or 3 people wanting bonus time. There's not going to be bonus time.
Well, we still got almost 2 hours worth of show to do.
And let me be real here. It's 3:00 in the fucking morning when we're done here, and I got to process this shit, which will take me till 6 or 7 a.m. I'm not pushing it back.
You still got almost 2 hours of show to go.
You know what? If we start doing 8-hour shows, nobody's going to listen. Nobody listens to the fucking 6 we give them. To be honest, other than the hardcores that listen to the whole show live, I mean, I look at the numbers. We do roughly about 20 minutes of a video on average. People listen to about 20 minutes. We could cut this show in half and people would listen to exactly the same amount that they do. Exactly the same. And believe me, the way my back has been some weeks lately, the thought of cutting the show in half has definitely crossed my mind. But I'm trying to fix my back instead of fucking cutting down the show. So stop asking for bonus time. Okay. Or I'll cut it to 3 hours, and then if you're lucky, you'll get that bonus time to 3.5 hours. So shut up.
Usually when people ask for bonus time is when there's the time change, and I'm thinking, what time of the year is it?
Yeah. There's no bonus time tonight. There's just not. You want bonus time? Go listen to the old shit. I'm putting it up daily. I'm putting up old segments every single day. Stuff you haven't listened to in 15, 18 years, some of it. It's old, so.
All right.
Well, let's get into some music stuff, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
This story, I so want to like this band. I really, really do. And it has guys in it that you are friends with. It has guys in it that I'm friends with. So for a lot of reasons, I want to like the band. The music is pretty good. I would not say it's great, but I would say the music is pretty good. But this band, considering that they have every advantage in the world, is a shit show. Of course, I'm talking about the Dead Daisies. You like them, right?
Yeah, I do.
And I know you're friends with Doug Aldrich.
Yes.
And I'm friendly with John Corabi.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you are as well, right? Or you at least know him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure who else is in the band at this point. I mean, I've interviewed David Lowy. Michael Devon, I do not know. And who's the other guy? I don't know who the other guy is. But we know guys in this band. We want to support this band. We like the band. But look at this fucking headline. John Corabi isn't sure he is employed by the Dead Daisies.
Well, I mean, is it... Here's the thing, and we've talked about this. Mm-hmm. Is this really a band? This is a project.
Well, I mean, they tour, so I mean...
Yeah, but I mean, they're not... When you think about a band, you think about, a cohesive...
Well, do you, though? I mean, what is Megadeth?
Well, it used to be a band.
Is it not a band anymore?
No, it's a Dave Mustaine project.
All right.
It's like Wasp. Wasp is not a band.
You don't think... I think if you asked them, they would tell you they're absolutely a band.
But they, these guys with this revolving... Well, again, this David Lowy, this is his project.
This is his toy.
He is a very wealthy person who uses this as a vehicle for getting his yayas out.
Yeah.
That's it.
That is it.
I don't think he's making a living as a band.
No, he's like, whatever it is that he does.
I mean, when you can bring in a Glenn Hughes to do a couple of records with you, and then Glenn is off doing his own Glenn Hughes thing, and then they bring John Corabi back in, and they, that kind of stuff. It's a project. It's just a revolving door project.
I guess. I don't know. When I read you these quotes, John Corabi sure thinks it's a band. So I don't know.
Do you think it was a band when he was out and Glenn Hughes was in?
Yes, and that's sort of the problem. Glenn, I don't know, you may not have seen this. They announced today or yesterday or the day before that they're doing another Glenn Hughes show in LA or somewhere.
Yeah, they did one here at the Arcada a couple of weeks ago.
And now they're doing another one. So somebody was interviewing Corabi and asked Corabi, what the fuck's going on, And I'll read it to you and you tell me. I think he's fired, and he doesn't want to shit on him because he might want the callback. But I think he's been let go again and nobody's telling him.
Mm-hmm. Or the wind is blowing a certain direction and this David Lowy guy wants to work with Glenn Hughes. But
when you hear the description, though, you're going to be like, yeah, this is shitty.
Yeah, well, but the thing is do you think Glenn Hughes looks at this as a band, or do you think this is just him making his, working with these guys for the time being?
Well, I think Glenn Hughes always thinks Glenn Hughes is the center of everything.
That's correct.
Glenn Hughes is the center that everybody orbits around.
Right.
Not David Lowy. If David Lowy's in a band with Glenn Hughes is still the goddamn son.
Well, of course he is.
And I think Hughes does it for money, honestly. Well, I don't know this, and he probably enjoys it. But
he probably enjoys it, but I'm sure he gets paid handsomely to be the lead singer. I mean, he's a legendary guy. Mm-hmm. And what unknown group could go, hey, let's just get Glenn Hughes to come in and sing with us?
Yeah. Yeah, and he's certainly not doing it because he wants to play with Michael Devon and Doug Aldrich.
No, I'm sure he's being paid handsomely for his time and his efforts.
He's a contract guy. But I don't think, and again, I don't know, but I don't think it's been presented to John Corabi that way. I think it's presented to him. In fact, I interviewed him and asked him about coming back into the band, and he certainly didn't say, well, I'm on a 2-year contract or anything. He said, yeah, I rejoined the band.
Okay. Rejoined
the band.
Did he leave the first time on his own, or
no?
See,
no, he was fired.
He's like, well, we're going to work with Glenn for a while.
Yeah,
we'll call you when we need you.
And they brought him back, did a record, did a tour. See, here's the crux of this, and again, I don't know the specifics of this, but I'm reading between the lines a little bit, and I'm trying to remember my own interview with Corabi. I really think Corabi told these guys or asked these guys, what are we doing in the next 12 months? And they said nothing. They want to take time off.
Okay.
And Corabi said, okay, well, I'm going to do a solo record. I've got these songs. They don't fit here. I want to put these songs out.
Plus, I think Corabi still needs to make a living.
True.
So he can't just sit on hiatus waiting to work. He's got to, listen, I got to go to work.
Right. And I agree with that. But I think what ended up happening is Corabi leaves to go do this, much like a guy named Don that we know that has told me and you both 400 times, this is the last run. This is the last set of shows. This is the last year. How many times have we heard that from Don? And then at the end of the year, it's like, you know what? Maybe I'm ready to do something else.
Yeah. And you know, he clarified that, I think, in an interview not long ago. He says, well, when I said we were winding down, I mean, we're winding down the number of shows we'll do a year.
Yeah.
You know,
but that's not what he said.
No,
he can spin it any way he wants to down the road.
But it's no different than Lynch saying, this is the last run for Lynch Mob, and then next thing you know, hey, there's a new Lynch Mob record.
Yeah, same thing. Same exact thing. And I think that's what's going on here. I think Lowy committed to taking a year off.
Mm-hmm.
So Corabi filled it with solo record and solo shows. Because he's off in Europe or somewhere. He put together an all-star band with I think Marco Mendoza and a bunch of hotshot players are playing with him. He's out on the road, and then all of a sudden, Lowy either had a change of heart or sees Corabi out there and is like, well, what the fuck? He should be here if he's going to be out playing. And then changed up and said, well, hey, Glenn, what are you doing right now? You doing anything? Come on back in. Let's do some gigs.
Well, this is what happened with, and you know, you remember back in the early part of the 2000s, right after LA Guns released Waking the Dead, and Tracy joined up with Nikki Sixx to do Brides of Destruction. Well, he wanted the other guys in LA Guns to take a hiatus.
Right.
Well, he went to go work with Brides of Destruction, and they were just like, well, we got to work.
We got to eat too.
Yeah, we can't sit and wait for you to come back and not work. Because Tracy wanted them to take a hiatus.
Right.
And Phil and Steve were like, well, what are we supposed to do while you're off running around with Nikki Sixx? Well, you know, I'll come back. See, what I'm going to do is I'm going to work with Nikki Sixx in Brides of Destruction.
Right.
And while I'm away, this is going to help raise the profile of LA Guns. And then when I come back to LA Guns, then hopefully we'll get, you know, some bigger gigs or opening slots or, you know, bigger tour or something, you know.
Right.
And the rest of the guys were like, fuck that. We're going to sit at home doing nothing and not make a dime and not do anything while we wait for Tracy to come back. And they just said, well, okay, we'll get Stacey Blades and we'll continue on. And that's what caused that big rift for a while.
Right. Well, I got a feeling we're gonna have a wave in the Dead Daisies camp.
Yeah.
So this interviewer from Rock Interview Series asked Karabi what was going on. If there were, he was asked if there are still plans for him to do more recording and touring with the Dead Daisies. And here's his answer. I'm not sure, dude, because to be quite honest with you, I don't know what is going on with that band right now. Michael and I are just kind of sitting here scratching our heads because last year when I told management I got this record deal, I told them, hey, I signed a deal with Frontiers. I'm going to do a solo album. And they were like, okay, cool. And then later the management was like, you know what? Actually, we're going to take a year off. David's going to go hang with his dad. So knock yourself out. You've got a whole year to finish your record and go promote it. And then we're on tour. And then all of a sudden it's like they're doing a show with Glenn Hughes.
Yeah, Arcada.
Yeah, who I adore. So don't read anything into that. I love Glenn Hughes. But it's like then they released a live record that it was from the show that we did on the last tour. They released the record like 1 week after mine, and I'm like, I don't even know what's going on right now. So Michael and I are like, are we still employed by the Daisies, or I don't even know what's going on, but I'm not worried about it. I'm just like, you know what, whatever. I'm happy doing what I'm doing, and I'm very proud of the record that I just delivered. Fired, right. So fired.
Well, what about Michael Devin?
Fired, so fired.
For what reason?
Who knows?
Well,
what reason does anybody get thrown out of this band?
I understand, but what was the reason? What is Michael Devin doing? What is
I don't know if maybe he's out with Karabi, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Maybe, I don't know.
They teamed up and he said, well, since you're going out, playing anyway, and Dead Daisies isn't doing anything, can I play along with you?
Might be. And again, that's a total guess from me that's what he's doing. I don't know anything about Michael Devin. And then this just goes on to say that, yeah, he's back with Glenn Hughes.
Who's playing bass currently in Dead Daisies?
Don't know. I can look. Let's see. Dead Daisies. 2026 members. Let's see. Well, it still lists as bassist Michael Devin and drummer Sarah Tomek. I don't know. I don't know who. It doesn't really say.
All right. So again, project.
Yeah, could be.
It's not really a band. It's a thing. It's a project. It's like, hey, are you available? Hey, we need a guy play some tunes with us.
Yeah.
Because, obviously the only consistent member is David.
And Doug. Hasn't Doug been there the whole time?
I think so. I'm not positive, but I think so.
I think he's been there but they've had a zillion members. They had the In Excess guy was there for a minute, Stevens, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
And then Karabi, then Hughes, then Karabi.
Yeah.
Now Hughes.
Whichever the way the wind is blowing today, that this is and the thing is once Hughes is done doing what he's doing with them for the time being, this Lowy guy may have his eye on another guy. I've always wanted to work with that guy.
He might.
And bring somebody else in. It's just like, I've always wanted to work with, whoever, Jeff Scott Soto.
Yeah, could be. And I know Jeff would jump at that.
Of course.
Lord knows he likes playing in like 43 bands at once.
That's my point. So if Jeff Scott Soto were on his radar, he'd probably reach out and go, hey, we're going to do some shows, or I got some new songs or whatever, and it would just fit your style and blah, blah, blah. And why don't you jump on board with us?
It could be. I don't know. Again, for me personally, and again, this is only me. Maybe it's only me. I have a hard time supporting a band that just keeps jumping members, key members like this.
Mhm.
Like, I don't think I could ever be a fan of a band that has a different singer every album or two. And that's the problem I run into with the Dead Daisies. I mean, you know how much I fucking love John Corabi. He's one of those guys that if he was having a concert reading a phone book, I would fucking go. That's how much I enjoy that guy's music.
Right.
And for whatever reason, I'm not really into the Dead Daisies very much. They're okay, but I like what Corabi does more away from them. You know, and I should like them. Don't you think? I mean, it's John Corabi and it's straight up hard rock. It's just another version of Union.
Well, again, it's I think it has to do with familiarity and consistency and, you know, something to make you familiar with the band to where I'm looking forward to the next record. You know, that last record was killer. And then all of a sudden, oh, well, we're working with Glenn Hughes now.
Yeah.
Oh, well, what's he going to bring to the table? And then it's like totally different vibe than what John Corabi brought to the table.
Well, and that was the problem with the Hughes records with the Dead Daisies. They didn't sound like the Dead Daisies anymore.
Right.
They sounded like Glenn Hughes. You know, because Glenn Hughes has a very specific sound. His voice and the songs he sings on command a certain style.
Mm-hmm.
Where Corabi is a lot more freewheeling. He'll do whatever.
This still reminds me of Jonathan Cain with all his projects,
right?
Like Soul Circus.
No, that's Neil Sean.
That's what I mean. I forgot. I meant Neil Sean, but same thing. You know,
where he was doing Sean and Hammer, and
he just does different projects.
Mm-hmm. He does, and none of them hit for that exact reason.
Yeah, because there's no
cohesion.
Yeah, cohesion, familiarity. Get people excited about it. It's just like, oh well, here's another project from Neil Sean.
Right. Yeah. Well, good luck. I don't know what it's going to turn into, but for now, I guess if you like Glenn Hughes, you can go check out the Dead Daisies with Glenn Hughes.
Well, when you're a David Lowie guy who's got a lot of money and he doesn't rely on this as his living, and for him, as you said, it's his toy.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to, you know, sell records, and he doesn't have to, you know, produce, you know, especially if you have a shit ton of money and you can afford to pay your players and go, yeah, you know what, who's a good singer this week? You know what, let's see what his price is to play with us.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know. Maybe that's the problem I have with it, is that band is so hard to read that I've just given up trying to read it. Because they have been through so many musicians.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right, it doesn't, it feels like, what was that stupid band? Contraband. Remember Contraband?
Yeah, well that had a bunch
Shark
of
Island guy.
Yeah, they had a bunch of different singers and players, and Vixen. I think Jan Keeneman was in that. I think
maybe,
and I think
Schenker.
Michael Schenker, and I think Tracy Guns was in that.
Yeah, Tracy was in it too. It's like,
yeah, so it was just an all-star lineup thing.
Yeah, but those never amount to anything.
No, because it's not long term. It's a project. Again, it's just a, you know.
Yeah. Well, let's move out of that one for a minute. I think we beat that one to death. Let's go to what has been the big talk of the week. The return of Bon
passing away.
No, total eclipse of the breath, I guess. No, the return of Bon Jovi.
Yes.
4 years later, after this major throat reconstruction
and therapy and you know,
documentary to get you to feel bad for poor John and I don't know what else. that horrible Tony Robbins appearance back earlier in the year. Well, they're back. They're doing a residency at Madison Square Garden. I think it's like 10 nights or something.
That's pretty ambitious, don't you think?
I do think that, yeah. I'm gonna say this. I was surprised before we play it, and we will play some of the music. I'm not gonna judge the music yet, but
all right.
I saw the night one set list like the night it happened. Actually, I think it happened. The first show was when we were on the air last week, I believe.
So is the Triumph tour wrapped up now, and Phil X
have no idea.
Dedicate time to this, or what's going on?
Well, Phil X is on stage for this, so
okay.
Whatever's going on with Triumph, I don't know, but Phil X is over here now.
All right, I'm over here now.
He's over here now. He knows where his bread is buttered.
There, but now I'm over here now.
He knows where the bigger checks are. He goes and gets them.
Well, again, I don't know Phil X from shit. I know that you interviewed him, but from the stuff that I've witnessed him doing, I gotta give him major props. Didn't know the guy at all. Didn't know anything about this guy. But aside from his replacing Richie Sambora, yeah. And what I saw him do with Triumph and his abilities and stuff, I'm a fan.
I'm a big fan of him, man.
I'm a fan now. I'm a fan of Phil X, and I don't know shit about the guy.
He really should be one of the more highly regarded guitar players. He's in that same boat as like Steve Brown from Trickster,
right? Who
can absolutely shred, but has never really been in a band where he can absolutely shred. You know what I mean? Or he's never been in a big band
or get the notoriety.
Yes,
for being that. I mean, one of the guys that should get some notoriety, but I think it was too little, too late, is John Levin.
Yeah,
John Levin is a player.
Yeah,
that
he can play.
He can play, but he's never going to get the notoriety that his counterparts do.
Yeah,
because that era is gone. It's over.
Because he's not in a band that's really considered a new creator anymore. I mean, True. I know they put out an album every now and again, but he's considered to be a nostalgia band.
Yeah, but he came along after the Shredders were a thing.
Mm-hmm. If he would have stayed a little longer in Doro, he probably would get the credit.
Maybe.
He probably would have, because I mean, it would have been hard to ignore the talent with Doro. I think it would have been hard to, but who knows? Anyway, it didn't happen. Doesn't matter. What does matter is that Jon Bon Jovi and company are back.
All right.
And like I was saying, ambitious as fuck set list. It's like 23 songs or something. For a guy that's coming off of throat surgery, I think most people would have been okay with the Poison set that's like an hour 10.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Just him doing, do the biggest hits, do Prayer, do Bad Name, Bad Medicine.
Dead or Alive.
I don't know, Runaway maybe. Whatever the biggest ones are.
Does he break out Blaze of Glory?
I didn't see it on there. I don't think so.
Well, I know that was more of a solo Jon Bon Jovi thing, but do you throw that into the set list ever?
Might be too hard to sing.
Maybe.
I mean, that is the one thing about this. I really kind of scoured the list of the songs, and there's a lot of the newer stuff in there, which is good. The songs aren't good. The songs are wretched, but it's good for him because those are written in the register he can sing in. So if he has 5 of those songs that nobody knows from the last 3 records, from This House Is For Sale or whatever, those shitty
not for sale,
whatever, that record or
don't
Forever
even bother
record,
asking, because you're not going to buy it, pal.
If he sings those songs, I think he can get through. But some of the other songs are a challenge. So he came back. We're just going to play it. You haven't seen any of this?
I have not.
All right, good. I'll give you your choice. I'm going to keep one for last, but you can take your choice. Living on a Prayer, I'll Be There for You, You Give Love a Bad Name.
Well, let's go with the Shot Through the Heart, because you're to blame.
All right. Let me pull it right up here. And I'll get it. Share it here. Extend it here.
97, 96, 95, 84, 85, 86. Wait a minute.
I'm going to stop here just before he starts. Who the fuck are these guys?
No idea.
Is this the Hugh McDonald guy? Maybe? He's been there a while, right?
Yeah.
Bass player, Hugh McDonald. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming that's him. I have no idea who this guy is.
I don't think Alec John Such will be joining them anytime soon.
Probably not. Odds are good he will not be.
He will not be there.
No. All right, well, here we go. He sounds okay, looks healthy.
Look at the size of that guitar rig in front of that guy.
Yeah.
That's the size of that's the size of a full piano board. I mean, is every one of those buttons in effect?
I don't know. And why does he need them? He's not even the lead player.
I know. Look at the size of that effects rack.
That's a lot.
Is he just triggering tracks with his foot?
He might be. Well, I am going to admit, I loved this angle of this show because you could really kind of get a good look. Because I was wondering if he was really singing or not.
Yeah.
Or if it was tracks. And it does look like he's really singing here.
Okay.
It looks like it. Maybe we'll pick up something that I missed, but it looks like he's delivering the songs. Now, what we decide if it's good or not, we'll figure that out. But
all right. Well, I'm just mesmerized by the size of that effects rack on the floor. Holy cow!
You can get your daily steps in just hitting those effects.
That thing is massive.
There's got to be 60 buttons. It looks like each row's like 20 effects, doesn't it?
I know, it does. I don't think I've ever seen a board that big on the floor.
Oh, that's a big one, all right. And what is this right here? Is this a monitor? Not a monitor, like a video monitor?
Well, it could be.
For words or something?
Yeah.
It's something.
It could be a monitor and it could be a teleprompter type thing.
Yeah, that's what I meant, a teleprompter.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's definitely something that's built into the floor. It's not just a piece of the floor. Something is there specific. But all right, well, let's check it out. Here it is. It's You Give Love a Bad Name. It's Bon Jovi.
All right.
July 7th. Here we go.
Okay. Last week.
Yep.
I think I just blew a fuse. Somebody take me to the sea. It's 1986 and I've got a little bit crazy. Here we go. Shut me up. You're too late. You can
What was the purpose of holding that guitar?
I don't know. I was going to ask that same question.
He held it until they started the song and then immediately took it off.
Were they coming out of a song before that required
Maybe.
it? But because it didn't look like it had any wireless pickup on it or anything, you know.
But why wouldn't he have just handed it off? He didn't play it.
I don't know. Maybe it's just posturing. Who knows?
Who knows?
Look at John. He's playing and singing.
Yeah, look at him. He's
at
all
that
the way
guy.
back. All right. Well, as I'm sure you noticed, immediately goes to the audience sing along,
Of course.
which is fine. I mean, for this
that's what
kind of a
people-
show, that's okay.
That people love that shit.
They do love that shit, and that is what singers do to mask that they've lost that they've lost a step. Is they throw it to the audience. I'm actually okay with that. But we'll see what you think here. I don't think this is horrible. Honestly, maybe you will, maybe you won't. I'd be upset if I paid money for it. If I paid $300 or $400,
but you're not a housewife.
True.
Thinking that Jon Bon Jovi is the sweetest guy ever.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely not that.
He's married to his high school sweetheart Dorothea,
who looks just like me. Doesn't look like a celebrity at all.
He's a sweet man.
Yeah, he sure is.
He's so generous too.
Yeah, he sure is. Just ask Lon Friend how generous this cocksucker is. All right, here we go.
All right, go ahead.
And I saw that guy kick the effects board. He looked like he didn't know where to kick. He's like, yeah.
That's the one.
Funny. All right, here we go. All right, thoughts?
Well, I can't really hear Jon, specifically, but he's doing the talk singing.
He is.
Which I'm okay
with it.
I can understand why he's doing that. And the audience and obviously his band is doing a good job backing him up.
Covering up for him.
Well, backing.
And I do think that they have him pushed back in the mix.
I do. I believe that as well.
Mm-hmm. Here's always my question, though.
Yes.
Why is it that when these singers start to lose it, and this is across the board for anybody that we always talk about here, why is it that these guys also end up being like a half a beat late when they're singing the lines?
That's the whole thing. It's just like, is the monitor off to where you're not hearing it? Because these guys wear in-ears.
Yeah.
And I wonder if the delay, if they have latency in their head to where they're not hearing it.
It seems like they all do it, though.
I know.
And it's like Bon Jovi should be able to buy whatever is the state-of-the-art shit with the least latency of anything. Wouldn't you think?
You would think. I think the worst one who does it is David Lee Roth.
Oh, Roth is sometimes like a full measure behind.
He's a whole 2 beats behind everybody else all the time.
Mm-hmm. But even here, Jon was definitely behind where he was supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
In several of the lines. And it's like, does he not hear it? Or he almost needs like a karaoke board so that he knows when the word turns blue to sing it or whatever.
I think so. It is a weird thing.
And they all seem to have it. And I don't know why, but all right, let's get some more. First impressions?
Well, from a crowd participation thing, I think everybody's having a great time.
Sure.
But I don't think Jon is like really delivering like some kind of master vocal at all. No, because when he started off his vocals, it was the talk singing thing, which is fine, because he's obviously not where he was 30 years ago.
He's not good anymore.
No.
I don't know why we can't say that. I know everybody gets all upset when you just admit the truth. They're not good anymore. Most of these guys are not good anymore.
They're not good anymore. It's a tough thing to have the only people who can seem to carry on, they're the guys who never had a high register. That high register thing just is tough on vocals. A guy like an Alice Cooper who's in his 70s.
Yeah.
He never had a high register. Yeah. He was always the kind of like a low register, just kind of growly, your lips are poison, He doesn't have to have that. And the guys who made their living, whether it's Don Dokken or Geddy Lee or anybody like that.
Yeah, they struggle. Most of them do. There's the rare exception, but for the very most part, they stink now because this music wasn't made to be sang for 50 years in a row.
Yeah, exactly. So when you got a 40 and 50 year career where your vocals have soared to the rafters at 70 years old, you're not going to have that anymore. It's tough.
Yeah, it makes guys like Glenn Hughes just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, because he has a mid-tempo register.
Hughes? He's very high.
I went to see him. He was here, 2 years ago already. I can't believe it's been that long. Yeah. Again, time passes quickly. And but the thing is he doesn't have this operatic.
No.
Vocal.
Yeah, and I mean, even like Jeff Tate has lost a step. And
yeah, of course. But again, he's got that operatic vocal.
Yeah, Halford as well. Lost a step. Dickinson seems to still have it. And he definitely sings high up, but he's one of those anomalies. I guess Dio was an anomaly until he passed.
He definitely was an anomaly.
I mean, there's a few, but for the most part, this music's not meant to be around this long. That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah, and not somebody who's 65 plus years old.
Yeah. Yeah, but this, again, if I was at this show, I'd probably be okay with it. If I paid to be at this show, I'd be pissed. I would not be thrilled to spend, what do you think it costs to see this at Madison Square Garden? $4 or $5 bills?
$500 a pop.
$500 a pop to get this version of Bon Jovi?
Yeah, look at this crowd over here on the side stage.
They're loving it.
Yeah, they love it. But look who it is.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of Yenta housewives.
Yeah. Bunch of women that squeezed out 3 kids and kept the weight on.
Yep.
That's who it is. All right, here's more of You Give Love a Bad Name. All right, I'm stopping here because this is where I don't think he's lip syncing, but if he is, this is what you would do. You would get right up on the microphone so nobody can see anything. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, of course.
Look at how close he is to it. So if they're and somebody said this on one of these shows, it might have been the Guru or somebody that was reviewing it, of maybe he's not lip syncing per se to tracks, but maybe it's some of that, what do they call that? It's not auto tune. What do they call that? Pitch enhancement or whatever?
Oh, it's auto tune.
Is that auto tune?
Yeah, auto tune.
Yeah. Do you think maybe they're doing that here?
Well, again, they can afford to have anything done vocally or whatever. But he's not singing. He's
talking through it.
He's talking, singing, and they don't. And again, we're hearing this in a very almost like an isolated situation. When you're in the crowd, and you know this, when you're in the crowd and everybody's making noise and singing along and stuff, you're not really
you don't notice it being as bad as watching on YouTube.
Yeah,
I agree.
So he's not pushing the vocals, and he's not really singing. He's talking the words in a melodic way.
Yeah.
That's it. And I can't blame him, because with the vocal problems he's had in the last 5 years, this is the best you're going to get.
Yeah, well, I agree with that. All right, I'm going to switch songs here.
All right.
We have the feel of this one. Let's see. Let's go to I'll Be There For You. See what that's sounding like. So let me switch to that. Boom, boom. I'll give him credit. The stage looks cool.
It does.
It's a cool looking stage.
A lot of LEDs.
A lot of video.
Well, this is what Scorpions do.
Mm-hmm.
They have this massive LED screen, around the stage.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks pretty damn cool.
It looks cool. I almost wonder, and again, no knowledge of this, so not trying to be an expert here, but I wonder if the reason they started this tour off with a residency is so that if they are going to fly in some vocals or enhance or whatever, that they could have everything set up for a long period of time to make it work.
Yeah, to make all the tweaks.
Yeah, because it is really amazing that we've gone from how bad that was on Tony Robbins. That wasn't that long ago. Was that 4 months ago?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you couldn't get better with some practice in 4 months and, vocal rehab or whatever, but we're an awful long ways away from what was an absolute shit show to a competent average show, I guess. Would you call this more than competently average?
It's just average.
Yeah. All right, well, let's check it out. This is, what is it? I'll Be There For You. Here we go.
Years, and I didn't know if I even remember what that was like.
Don't care. Thoughts?
It seems like he's able to sing. I mean, he's got some vocal ability.
He sounds okay. I mean,
It sounds all right.
It's not vintage, but it's about the best you're going to get for a guy that had his throat reconstructed, I guess. All right, you want more of this one, or you want to skip forward?
I mean, let's break into the breakout.
All right, let's go forward here. Here we go. We know Phil can play. Why do they have a second drummer?
Maybe they're the Doobie Brothers.
It's just dumb. This is not a band that needs a second drummer.
Well, he's got a lot of extra musicians up there that,
Take a check for no real reason.
Again, I kind of equate this to like Kiss.
Okay.
Kiss has like a massive arena show with lights and fire and all kinds of stuff. It's less about the singing of Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons, and it's more about this big production and show. And I think that has a lot to do with it. It's just like, well, we're going to give them this overwhelming stage show, and it kind of takes away from the vocals. It takes away from, the individuals. It's just sort of like a big thing,
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't work here. It doesn't work for Journey. It's like the first thought is, who the fuck are these guys? That's the first, even with Journey, same thing.
Yeah.
You recognize Neil, you recognize Jonathan Cain, you might recognize Arnell, and then who the fuck are those other guys? Who the fuck is that Dave Jensen? Who is that guy? or even Dean, really.
Well, again, this goes back to, and I've been seeing more and more of this online about the current touring lineup of the band Chicago.
Right.
You got Lee Loughnane, the trumpet player, and the rest of the other guys. God,
they're just guys.
Who knows where those people are?
Yeah. I mean, I guess this is okay because you got most of Bon Jovi. You got Dave Bryan. You got Tico Torres.
You got 3 of the 5.
Yeah. And Hugh's been there forever.
Yeah, but
I'll even put him in there.
But it's 3 of the 5.
3 of the 5 from the beginning. But I mean, Hugh's been there since what? Keep the Faith, maybe? Which is the 4th record or so?
Was that like 91?
Something like that, yeah. All right. I think we're good on this song. What do you think?
Yeah. Again, it's less about the individual players anymore and more about the big show.
True. And I will give Bon Jovi credit where credit's due. This is definitely a big show.
It is a big show.
There's no question. This is a very large undertaking to put this show on. Whether it's worth it or not is another story here. So,
well, you're not a minivan driving housewife going to the show and paying, $400 or $500 for a seat.
Yeah, having to give the husband an extra special blowy so he'll go to this fucking shit.
This is like the moms who send their daughters to see Taylor Swift. This is the guys who bust their asses all week to send their wife to go see Jon Bon Jovi.
No shit. How many of these women in this audience have breath that smells like bleach at this show? Because they had to blow their husbands to get there.
Right.
Jesus. All right, here we go. Here's Living on a Prayer.
Here's the other thing. And again, I know this is cell phone video. Mm-hmm. Is this Bon Jovi or is this the Jon Bon Jovi show?
Yes.
Well, in your opinion,
it's the Jon Bon Jovi show. This is
that's kind of what I was thinking.
This is Megadeth now. This is whatever. This is closer. I mean, at least they do have some guys that are there, but I'll bet you all of those guys. I guarantee you, Dave Bryan and
Tico
Torres are not getting part of a 3-way even split. No fucking way.
Nope.
I'm betting they're getting scale slightly higher than Phil X.
Yeah.
I'm thinking John is pulling down, and again, I have no knowledge, but I'm thinking John is pulling down 70% of this.
Probably.
And then 10 and 10, and then all the scrubs. That's my guess. But there's no way is John like, I'll just take 30%.
No.
No fucking way. These guys are hired guns too. So, all right, let's try Living on a Prayer. So far, we're not hating this, right?
No, it's not terrible, but it's a big show that doesn't really require any standout performance or vocals or anything. It's a lot of crowd participation and obviously huge production.
Sure. It's definitely not like Journey where you gotta have that voice.
Right.
All right, let's see what we got here with Living on a Prayer.
You think you're ready for it? Are you sure?
I'm going to back up just for a second here. Over here on the right side behind Phil X.
Yeah.
Watch this goofball drummer. What is he doing? He's like bouncing around like he's on a pogo stick or something.
Well,
watch this guy.
You know what that reminds me of?
What's that?
Did you go see Pink Floyd, the Division Bell tour?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Stadium.
There was a guy in doing percussion, and he was doing the same thing. He had this whole percussion set up around him, and he was like jumping around, hitting all the cymbals and the, and he was
just dancing.
But again, it's all about this whole big stage show, kind of distract you from concentrating on one thing. There's like a lot of movement, a lot of action, movement, and it's
I'm not gonna lie, he got my attention. I noticed it right away. I was like, what is he doing?
So it's to keep the crowd engaged,
I guess.
So people go, man, that was a bad show, man.
Great.
But there was a lot of movement and people were dancing and just having a great time. And
fantastic, man. Watch this douche.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
What's he doing? It's like it's the first time he's ever heard the song live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That just reminds me of the percussionist on that Division Bell tour. He was just up there banging away and
dancing like a douche,
flailing his sticks around, and
Yeah. What a dope.
Well, again,
I get it.
Again, just ramping up the excitement.
Yeah, well, we're excited, that's for sure. All right, here we go. I'll do all the heavy lifting.
Yeah, well, that's what a
pro does.
Yeah, that's what these shows are all about now.
Yeah,
but
he doesn't sound terrible.
Yeah, he's had a 45 year career, and these songs are iconic now. Mm-hmm. And the people who go to these shows, they all know the words and stuff. So that's just what it is. It's a big crowd participation show now.
Yeah, I'm sure nobody walked out of this going, man, that blew.
Nah. Yeah, they enjoyed it. John at this point just needs to be the
ringleader.
He just needs to be the ringleader or music director.
Right. What?
I didn't say a thing.
Oh, okay. I thought you got cut off.
No.
All right, I'm going to flip because we get this one. I got one last one.
All right.
And I have an addendum to this story, actually.
Oh, boy. Okay.
So we'll go with the big closer, with Wanted Dead or Alive, of course. That's the signature.
I like that cowboy song you
I do too. God. And if it's gonna be a mess, this is where it's gonna be a mess.
All right.
Because this is a higher end, it's definitely got higher register in it. Especially the back half of it. And I walk these streets. That's a somewhat higher. And of course, this one, regardless of John's voice, it's always missing Richie. I don't care how good Phil X is, he is not Richie Sambora, and this is Richie Sambora's song. Do you agree with that?
I agree, yeah.
This is the one song that, honestly, as big of a hit as it is, and I know it's probably their biggest hit, or it's right there with Prayer or Bad Name, this is the one they ought to take out of the set list. This has got Richie just too entwined in it, don't you think?
Yeah, but again, how do you take this out of the set list?
Same way Pat Benatar takes Hit Me With Your Best Shot out of hers. You just do it. Play some other song. I don't know. Play Living in Sin or something. Some other cheese dick song. All right, here we go. This guy's over here kicking buttons and he's not even playing. What is he doing? Watch, he's literally, I'm going to roll that back. He's literally not playing. And he's still hitting triggers or whatever. Watch. He's not playing. Look, he's not playing. Oh, let me change that. Let me change that. That note that I'm not playing. Why is he kicking that?
Well, again, I don't know what that board is exactly controlling.
Who knows? I know this. It's not controlling anything he's playing because he's not playing.
Well, again, he may be triggering other things other than what he's playing.
I would think with 65 buttons in front of him,
I know,
he must
that's
be.
Like I said, I've never seen an effects board that huge in front of him.
That's what I mean.
And again, is Jon plugged into anything?
Might be wireless. Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know.
It seemed like he was playing that acoustic bit in the front.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. Who
All right.
knows?
But it's just funny. It's funny to watch it
Yeah, it is.
from this angle.
Yeah. For free. All right, here we go.
Good job, Tony.
Oh. I think he missed that mark.
He was like a full
Full 4 bars later.
yeah, that's interesting.
He totally missed. All right, here we go. All right, I think we get the point. It's okay. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's better than I expected. Is
Right.
that safe to say?
I would agree. I would
Yeah.
agree.
It's okay.
I mean, it's a big production show.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, there you have it. I don't think we're as disappointed as we thought we were going to be, but at the same time, I don't think it's very good either. You
Yeah,
know,
it's just average.
yeah.
But again, it's a big audience participation show.
All right, here's the answer here. FM Big Hair. Thank you, sir. That's John Shanks. He's a huge producer and gearhead known for using rack effects. He could
Okay.
be editing an effect preset on the fly.
That's what I'm thinking.
Could be.
That's what I was saying. He's probably doing something that's not really, affecting his particular, guitar or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually operating some kind of an effect on the stage.
Sure. All right. Well, John Shanks may be up there, and what's his name? Phil X filling in for Richie Sambora.
Mm-hmm.
But Richie Sambora is not real happy that John has returned.
Okay.
Put this on the screen here. Richie Sambora shares his first reaction to Jon Bon Jovi's return, and it's not nice. Now, before I read you even word one of this, I'm going to tell you, I think, and this is my opinion only, I want to be very careful with this because I really don't want to get sued. I truly think Richie is off the wagon in a big way.
All right.
So I'm going to read this article, and then we'll talk about what's said here. For the second time in under 2 weeks, his excuse is, I didn't say this shit, my account got hacked. He did it like a week or two ago where there was just nonstop texting about how shitty Bon Jovi is.
Right.
And he said he got hacked. Fair enough if that's what happened. But then the night of his first show, he gets hacked again? What, did he just leave the password the same?
How many times have we heard that excuse?
That's what I mean. I don't believe it.
Not specifically from Richie, just in general when bad tweets go out and things, and then, my account was hacked.
Well, I'm saying this is one guy in 2 weeks about the same tour.
Right.
Clearly it's him. probably getting hammered
Yep.
and doing what dudes do. They drunk text.
Exactly.
And I think that's what happened. He got on fucking Twitter and just started, John fucking sucks dick. You know, just being an ass.
Because obviously I think Richie is bitter about, you know, not potentially making bank like he probably would have. But
yeah.
Again, if you believe that documentary that Richie more or less bitched out on that tour way back in 2015?
Mm-hmm.
And just didn't show up. And John was just like, yeah, you can't show up for the shows. I guess you're not in the band anymore.
Yeah.
And what was that in that documentary? John offered to send him a private plane and everything to fly him, and he still didn't show up.
Well, that's what John says.
That's what I'm saying, according to the documentary.
Yeah. I mean, Sambora doesn't, he says numerous times, both in the other hacked responses and now in this, that there's a lot more truth that needs to come out.
I'm sure there is. I mean, we were only hearing one side of the story.
Sure. But, all right, let's read through this.
All right.
Former Bon Jovi guitarist Richie Sambora has shared a fierce and candid reaction to the band's return to the stage. He responded directly to fans on X after Bon Jovi made their comeback following a 4-year break caused by John's vocal issues. Sambora's comments came after a fan suggested he accept the deal to rejoin the band. The proposed condition was that this original contract would be reinstated if the group hit certain performance metrics. Sambora was quick to shut down the idea. So some fan gets now, and again, this is another reason I don't believe I don't for a minute believe the hacking thing. Why the fuck would somebody that's hacking Richie Sambora's account answer a question from a fan that's so detailed like this? You know, if you're hacking the account, you're going to hack it and be like, oh, those guys fucking suck. They're terrible. John's fucking using tracks or whatever. You know, you're not going to be like, let me consider your proposal for a minute while I'm hacking this account. You're just not going to do that, right?
I agree.
All right, so here's Richie's alleged answer, if it's Richie. Stop. There's many things you don't know. Did you watch? That sounded good. You're deaf, Sambora said.
All right.
He doesn't want me there. He made a 6-hour movie about his plastic throat and how he would win. Take a listen. Then he really set himself up as the hero. Surgery didn't work. If he had a voice, we'd have killed it. Why would I lie? There's so much that you don't know. So please stop bothering me. There's a lot there you don't know. Okay? That doesn't sound like a hacker.
Yeah, that sounds like he's answering his own tweets.
Yes. It certainly does not sound like a hacker. The comments drew further reaction from fans. One questioned why Sambora had previously apologized for the plastic throat remark, only to repeat it, and urged him to take a break from the platform. Sambora responded with equal bluntness. The worst person to talk to is someone that has ideas but doesn't know the truth, he continued. Brains would say, shut the fuck up. How on earth could I know how to even know anything? When were you in one of the biggest bands in the world? So maybe my post will make people realize that fans keep it together. That realize the fans keep it together. So nice job. Again, doesn't sound like a hacker.
Yeah. He said my tweets.
Yeah, my tweets. Sambora's remarks come as Bon Jovi returned to the stage at Madison Square Garden after Jon Bon Jovi underwent vocal surgery. No response from the band or its reps has been reported at this time. And then it goes on and on about he left in 2003 and blah, 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 blah. So What do you think?
I just think he's just very bitter. about that whole breakup.
I think so too. And I mean, he, in the last run of this stuff, he really went on a tirade saying that John and the record company sabotaged the Stranger in This Town record, you know, trying to force him back to the band and everything else. And I will say that is a great record, but I mean, it was never going to be as big as Bon Jovi. I think that's where Richie's ultimate bitterness is. He thought he could be bigger than Bon Jovi. And he left the band and nobody gave a fuck. I mean, really, he left the band in what, 2003, 2005, something like that?
No, it was 2015, I
or
thought.
even that, 2015. If it's 2015, do you really think, don't you think that he thought that he would pick it up and just be a big star still?
You would think so.
But he's not.
No.
If he was to tour, where's he playing? 1,000-seaters.
Yeah. If that.
If that. I don't know that he would sell them out. He probably would. The Bon Jovi people are crazy stupid, but I don't think he'd be doing even like 5,000 people. No way.
Not as Richie Sambora.
Mm-mm. Maybe if he did a night of Bon Jovi.
Yeah, but I mean, I saw at the Arcada that is it Tom Hamilton is playing at the Arcada?
Tom Hamilton?
Yeah, from Aerosmith.
What's he doing?
He's playing, he's got his own
that Close Enemies?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say, I don't think he's singing because dude had his tongue removed and he can't talk.
That place only holds like 900 people.
Yeah. Yeah, that band's actually pretty decent, that Close Enemies.
But the point is this guy's in one of the biggest bands in the world, and he's playing a theater.
Mm-hmm.
So Richie Sambora, if he could play the Arcada, is he selling it out? Probably not.
Yeah. I would say in rock star lore, Richie Sambora a bigger name than Tom Hamilton.
Maybe.
But even still, I'm with you. I don't think that Richie could do a big show at all. I just don't think he could do it.
He'll do a theater, and it's like you said, maybe draw 1,000 people.
Yeah. Well, he's not happy apparently on this whole thing. And I do like the plastic throat comment. That's funny.
Yeah, but again, it's like that could be me up there.
Yeah, should be. Not even could. Should. Don't you think that's what he thinks?
Yeah.
That really should be me.